Turn over each of the two stock end caps and carefully bend back the capacitor on the bottom of the end caps. Place your new heat shield inside of the canopy and line up the two stock end caps with the hole pattern along the right hand side. Using the 3/8 inch screws and the nuts provided in your parts kit, securely fasten both of the stock end caps to the hole pattern on the right hand side of the heat shield. Using a Phillips head screwdriver, carefully tighten the screws holding the end cap in place. Be careful not to over tighten the screws, otherwise you may end up cracking the end caps. Once the end caps are securely in place, bend the capacitor back into place underneath the end caps. Using a 3/8 inch screw and nut, mount one of the bulb clips included in your parts kit to the small hole between the 2/4 inch holes on the right side of the reflector. Mount the two stock bulb clips that were included on your original reflector into the small holes just to the right of the larger 1/4 inch holes on the left side of the reflector. Next, place the white pre-wired end cap over the hole pattern on the left-hand side of the reflector. Separate one red wire from the Workhorse 5 ballast and lift up the reflector. Run the red wire up the canopy until you get to the point where the end cap was placed. With a pair of wire cutters, cut the red wire so that about 2 inches of wire sticks out from underneath the reflector. Using a pair of wire strippers, remove approximately 1/4 inch of insulation from the end of the red wire. Insert the red wire into the only remaining hole on the bottom of the end cap. Using two 3/8 inch screws and nuts, securely fasten the end cap into place. With a pair of wire cutters, cut the remaining red wire from the Workhorse 5 ballast so that approximately 3.5 inches of wire remain. With your wire strippers, remove approximately 1/4 inch of insulation from the red wire. Match up the green ground wire of the new power cord to the small hole in the bottom right hand corner of the reflector. Using a pair of wire cutters, trim the wire to length. Using a pair of wire strippers, remove approximately 1/8 of an inch of insulation from the green ground wire and twist the end together. Slide one ground ring included in your parts kit over the green ground wire from the new power cord. Using a pair of pliers or similar tool, securely fasten into place. Take one bulb clip and 3/8 inch screw and nut from your parts kit and insert it through the hole in the bottom right hand corner of the reflector. Then, take the green ground wire from the new power cord and one of the yellow ground wires from the original ballast assembly and insert it on the bottom of the reflector. Then use your nut and securely fasten everything into place. Take your third bulb clip and 3/8 inch screw and install it under the small hole on the bottom left hand corner of the reflector. Take the remaining yellow ground wire from the stock equipment and insert it over the 3/8 inch screw on the bottom of the reflector. Fasten into place using the corresponding nut.